certain height, what kind of acceleration it will have. And the third one is suggest an example for a body having zero velocity but non-zero acceleration. Its velocity is zero, but it is having acceleration. It's a very tricky one because velocity is zero. How can it have an acceleration? So that's another question we have to think. So let us see the second one. A stone is dropped from a certain height. What kind of acceleration it will have? Dropped from a certain height. Think, learners. And now dropped from a certain height, it is coming down. Coming down means it is coming down under the force of gravity, and the acceleration will be positive because its speed will be increasing. Now suggest an example for a body having zero velocity but non-zero acceleration. When it will have zero velocity, that means it is a question to think, because will it have acceleration without velocity? Because we have already stated that acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. ऐसे हो सकता है क्या? वेलोसिटी के बिना एक्सेलरेशन हो सकता है क्या? ये सोचना पड़ता है. देखिए, इसका आंसर होगा when a ball is thrown up. अगर आप एक बॉल, you are throwing a ball upward, it will go, its velocity will go on decreasing, and when it reaches the topmost point, its velocity becomes zero, but it will have acceleration because 1 second, एक सेकंड के पहले उसको वेलोसिटी था, एक सेकंड के आगे भी उसको वेलोसिटी होगा. So means that when we take a time interval, the change in velocity is not zero, but that instant velocity becomes zero. So that's an example of a body which is having zero velocity but non-zero acceleration. Okay, now let's see different, how can we represent graphs in distance time
Sir, one more question is there.
क्वेश्चन आ रहा है, ठीक, बताइए सर.
Sir, he is Mr. Sahil Kumar from Jamshedpur, and his question is, if a body travels in a circular path, what will be its displacement and velocity?
ठीक है सर. हाँ, got it sir, noted sir. एक लर्नर एक क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं. क्वेश्चन ऐसा है कि लर्नर Sahil Kumar from Jamshedpur is asking a question. If a body is in a circular path, if a body is undergoing a circular path, what will be its displacement and its velocity? Let's see that. See, if a body is moving in a circular path, this is the path. He started from this point, this is the point A, and after completing a circular path, he is coming to the same point. Started from the point A, he is coming back to the same point A. So the displacement is zero. There is no resultant displacement because he is coming to the same point. So the resultant displacement is zero. But what about the velocity? Velocity at this point is tangent to this point, and the velocity here is again tangent to this point, and the velocity here is again tangent to this point, like that. The velocity will be always tangent to the circle. Okay, so in the last portion of this session, we will be dealing more about the circular motion. So that time it will be more clear, I think. Anyway, I have answered your question. The displacement will be zero if it makes one complete circle, complete rotation, and the velocity will be always tangent to the circle.
Sir, one more question is there.
एक और question. ठीक है sir, बताइए.
She is Arohi from Madhya Pradesh.
Arohi from Madhya Pradesh. हाँ, बोलिए.
She is asking, does the second hand of a watch represent uniform motion or accelerated motion?
Second hand of a watch, will it represent uniform motion or accelerated motion? See this one. This is the second hand of a watch. Will it represent uniform motion or accelerated motion? Uniform motion in the sense that its direction as well as speed remains constant, or will it be changing? Here its direction is like this only. Here after some time its direction it will be like this only, and after some time comes like this. See, if it is going in a clockwise manner, after some initially it will be here, after some time it will be here, after some time it will be here, like that. See, it's moving like this, it's moving like this, it's moving. So here the direction of velocity is like this. Here the direction is like this. Here the direction is like this. Every time the direction changes. Every time the direction changes. So it is an example of accelerated motion, because acceleration means either change in displacement or change in direction. But we can consider this as a uniform circular motion, because it is going in a round with uniform speed. So that again we will be dealing it in the last section of the same session today itself. Okay.
Sir, one more question, sir.
एक और क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, ठीक.
बहुत सारे लर्नर्स जुड़ गए हैं सर,
हाँ,
डिफरेंट पार्ट. सर,
very good.
हेलो, मिस्टर शाहजहां इज देयर फ्रॉम केरला.
Shahjahan, Kerala.
Kerala. He is asking, an artificial satellite revolves around the Earth with a constant velocity.
Okay, this is Earth. An artificial satellite is revolving around Earth. Okay, sir. Okay.
With a constant velocity.
With a constant velocity. Okay. Velocity
if this statement is true, if it is true, then why?
If this statement is true, if it is true, then why? His question is, Shahjahan from Kerala is asking a question. This is Earth, an artificial satellite is revolving around the Earth with constant speed, not velocity, because velocity changes continuously, its direction changes continuously with constant speed. So here the question, there is a, we have to think about this one, because artificial satellite, it will not revolve around the Earth in a perfect circular path. Sometimes it will be elliptical, means there will be, it won't be a complete perfect circular path, because the shape of the Earth is not a perfect spherical one. So there will be changes in the path. It will be like this. And that's the thing we have to take care. And another, this one is, if this is the satellite, here the velocity is like this, tangent. Here the velocity is like this, again tangent. Here the velocity is like this, again tangent. And every time its velocity changes, so we can say that its velocity changes, and we can say that it is an example of accelerated motion. But we can again, if we do not include this change in shape into our account or into our interest, we can say that it is an example of uniform circular motion, but the direction of velocity changes continuously. Okay.
Sir, one more question is there in the between game. She is Deepa Chandran from Bangalore.
Deepa Chandran from Bangalore.
From Bangalore. She is asking, a boy hits a football high up in the air.
A football. Okay, okay. A boy
high up. The football high up in the air.
High up in the air.
He runs and catches the football.
The same boy runs and catches the football
before it hits the ground.
Before it hits the ground. Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
Which of the two?
Now, what's the question?
Which of the two, the boy or the football, has had greater displacement?
The boy or the football had the greater displacement.
Displacement, okay, yes.
It's a very good question. See, the question is like this. There is a boy hitting a football. There is a football here, hitting a football. And the ball goes like this. The learner did not clarify that whether the ball is going in a straight linear path or a curved path. I assume that the ball is going in a curved path. And the ball reaches here. This boy runs to the other position. From point A to point B, he runs to the other position and catches the same ball. It's very fascinating. This boy hits the ball reaches to a certain height or something like that, coming back, and this boy runs to the position B and catches the ball. Both will have same displacement or different displacement. That is the question. See this, the displacement is the shortest distance between A and B. Now, initially we assume that both were close together, and the initial position of both this ball as well as boy is A. Now the final position is B. Displacement is same. That means the shortest distance between initial and final position is same for both. But the distance, the ball travels larger distance, boy travels lesser distance. And if the ball goes in a straight path from A to B, then both will have the same displacement. Okay.
Yes, sir. One more question is there.
हाँ
Oh
हाँ
my
हाँ,
God.
बताइए सर, बताइए
So many
बताइए।
questions are coming, sir. Your
हाँ
class is
आने
very
दीजिए, आने
interesting.
दीजिए, आने दीजिए सर, आने दीजिए।
So,
इसीलिए
sir,
हमने ये काम कर रहे हैं उन उन लोगों के लिए ना, पूछने
जी सर,
दीजिए।
जी सर। तो क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं तो हम क्वेश्चंस ले लेते हैं, फिर क्लास
हाँ
करेंगे.
हाँ हाँ
Sir,
हाँ।
how can acceleration be zero? One question
हाउ
is
कैन
asked.
हाउ
Yeah,
कैन एक्सिलरेशन बी जीरो? ठीक है ठीक है ठीक।
Mr. Ravi from UP, sir.
Mr. Ravi is asking question from UP. How can acceleration be zero? See, this is a car or a bus. It is traveling with a speed of 20 meter per second or 20 kilometer per hour. After some time also, the same car or bus is having 20 meter per second, again 20 meter per second. That means all the time the car or bus is traveling with the same speed. There is no change in the speed as well as its direction. It's going in a straight line. It is moving with a constant speed. There is no change in the speed. There is no change in its direction. Then we can say that its acceleration is zero. See, in simple sense also we can say that acceleration is zero. No speeding up, no slowing down. No speeding up, no slowing down. ऐसे ही रास्ते पे चलते हैं, एक ही स्पीड में चलते हैं, तो एक्सेलरेशन जीरो बन जाएंगे। ठीक है।
सर एक और क्वेश्चन, अभी और
हाँ हाँ
क्वेश्चंस
हाँ
आ रहे हैं सर.
हाँ
वी आर
हाँ
टेकिंग
बताइए।
द क्वेश्चंस. या
ठीक है
सर,
ठीक ठीक।
Kritis from Tamil Nadu.
कृति फ्रॉम तमिलनाडु। हाँ।
Yeah. Question is, what is vibratory motion?
व्हाट इज वाइब्रेटरी मोशन? ठीक है, ये तो बहुत अच्छी बात है। व्हाट इज वाइब्रेटरी मोशन? ठीक है, देखिए, वी हैव ए स्प्रिंग। ये स्प्रिंग के एक एंड में वी आर अटैचिंग ए मास, अटैचिंग ए मास, स्मॉल मास। इसको हम एक फोर्स लगाते हैं, इसके ऊपर एक फोर्स लगाते हैं, तो ये आगे चलेगा, पीछे चलेगा, फिर आगे चलेगा, पीछे चलेगा, back and forth it will vibrate. This is one example of a vibratory motion. See, when we apply force on a body, it is just going back and forth, just going back and forth. It is called a vibratory motion. ठीक है।
Sir, one more is there, sir,
हाँ
from
हाँ हाँ।
Vikas from Himachal.
विकास फ्रॉम हिमाचल, बताइए सर।
His question is, it is a long question.
हाँ हाँ
A
हाँ।
bus X traveled a distance of 360 kilometer in 5 hours.
360 kilometer in a time of 5 hours. ठीक है।
Whereas a bus Y traveled a distance of 476 kilometer in 7 hours.
476 kilometers in 7 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the first part he is asking, which bus is faster?
Which
First.
bus is faster? हाँ ठीक है।
Yeah, another question
Speed.
is also there. First, which bus is faster?
ठीक है। सो स्पीड, इसका स्पीड कितना होगा? 360 डिवाइडेड बाय 5, तो कितना होगा? 7 point something होगा। एंड हियर द स्पीड इज 476 डिवाइडेड बाय 7।
Just a minute, sir. I will tell you, sir.
6 something. It will be 6 something meter per second. I'm not going for exact accuracy and all these things. It will be 7 something, and this will be 6 point.
Sir, it will be 6.8, sir.
6.8, and here this will be
here it will be
7.2. 7.2 na sir.
360 divided, oh my god, 360 divided by
okay
5.
Okay.
7.2.
Right, sir. So it is 6.8 and 7.2. So it is very clear that this will be having more speed. अभी देखने में हम ऐसे चलेगा, आप ऐसे लगेगा कि
yes sir. Another in this question itself, then he's asking, a snail covers a distance of 100 meter in 50 hours.
100 meter in can I erase it thus? It is related to this.
Sir, yes. After that, he's asking which one is the fastest.
Okay. Snail covers?
Snail covers 100 meter in 50 hours.
100 meter in 50 hours. Okay.
Calculate the snail in kilometer per hour. Find their displacement also, he's asking.
Oh, what is the displacement? He's going in which direction, sir?
I don't know.
Okay. So he is traveling 100 meters in a straight line. Let us assume a straight line.
Yes. Sir, he has given it is in a straight line.
Okay. So in 50 hours to the point B, what is the speed? Here again we can calculate the speed is equal to 100 meters divided by 50 hours. So we have to convert this 50 into seconds, 50 hours into seconds. So it is in hour. So we have to convert it into seconds. Either we have to convert this 100 meter into kilometer, or we have to convert this 50 hour into seconds. So he wants the answer in kilometer per hour, I think. So let us go for kilometer per hour. So 100 meters is 0.1 kilometer divided by 50 hours. So it is 0.01 divided by 5 kilometer per hour. So 0.01, it will be 0.005 kilometer per hour. That will be the speed. Now his second question is displacement. So if he is going in, if he is going in a straight path, obviously the displacement will be 100 meters. If he is going in a straight path, obviously the displacement will be 100 meters. Okay?
Yes, sir. One more question is there, sir. Piyush Shukla from MP.
Shukla ji from MP.
Yeah, he's saying a car accelerate from rest at a constant rate alpha.
ठीक है.
For some time, after which it deaccelerates at a constant rate beta.
Okay.
And comes to rest.
ठीक है sir.
If the total time elapsed is t,
ठीक है.
What is the maximum velocity acquired by car?
Total time elapsed is t.
T.
ठीक है. What is the maximum
velocity acquired by car?
What is the maximum velocity? So it is starting from rest and reaches its maximum velocity. Here there is a confusion. It starts from rest and reaches its maximum velocity. If it is starting from rest, that is its initial velocity is 0, and here it reaches a final velocity, and the learner says that after negative acceleration of beta, here the acceleration is positive alpha, and here the acceleration is negative beta. After positive acceleration, it reaches a velocity v, and after negative acceleration, it reaches a velocity again 0. Now, what is the maximum velocity it can attain? So we can use the equation. Again, we will be discussing the equations in this session itself. We can use this equation. V equals u plus a multiplied by t. That is, u is 0 in this case, and acceleration is alpha in this case. Positive acceleration is alpha in this case, and the total time given by learner is t. So half of the time we cannot take half of the time. So we have to derive for the time as total time equals t1 plus t2. T1 plus t2 is the time taken for the entire motion. So we can take t1 as the time taken for this kind of accelerated motion. Now we have to find out what is t1 and t2. Since it is starting from rest and reaches the final velocity v, and here it reaches maximum velocity v to 0. Zero velocity 0 means the final velocity is 0. This time interval can be taken as t1, and this time interval can be taken as t2, and the total time can be taken as t1 plus t2. Then by using higher mathematics and all these things, we can resolve the values of t1 and t2, and we can find out the values of v here. That means the maximum velocity which the body can reach by accelerating a positive alpha value. ठीक है जी?
ठीक है सर. सर एक और है. He is Mr. Ujjwal Kumar from Bihar.
Ujjwal Kumar ji from Bihar. ठीक है.
He is asking, if a paper and a stone is falling downward, then the acceleration of both the object is same or not?
See, उज्जवल जी पूछ रहे कि एक पेपर है हमारे पास और एक स्टोन भी है, दोनों को ड्रॉप कर दिया, दोनों के ऊपर एक्सेलरेशन सेम होगा और डिफरेंट होगा. It is a famous experiment known as Galileo's experiment. He dropped these two things in a vacuum chamber and he found that both reached ground simultaneously. अब अगर नेट पे सर्च करें तो आपको मिल जाएगा, बहुत सारे वीडियोस मिल जाएगा दोनों एक ही टाइम में नीचे पहुंचेंगे, एक ही टाइम में नीचे पहुंचेंगे. एंड दे यूज्ड feather and a ball. Instead of paper and ball, they used feather and a ball. It is a famous experiment called Galileo's experiment. आप एक बार नेट पे देखिए कि दोनों एक ही टाइम में ग्राउंड पे पहुंचेगा. टाइम टेकन बाय both the objects will be same, exactly the same, and we can say that both will have same acceleration due to gravity.
Question is there.
Hi,
he is Mr. Amit Shukla from UP.
Amit ji, हाँ ठीक है.
He is asking,
हाँ.
can any body can be scalar and vector both?
Can a body will it possess the properties of scalar as well as vector?
Vector, yes.
It is classified into two categories. Physical quantities are classified into two basic quantities, scalar as well as vector. So in simple sense, we cannot say that a body will have both the parameters simultaneously at the same time. So it is not possible.
One more question is there, sir.
Ji.
She is Ragini. She is asking, when a body is moving on a circular path.
When a body is moving from a circular path with a constant
velocity.
ठीक है.
Then the value, what will be the value of angular acceleration?
What will be the value of angular acceleration? Of course, it is beyond our scope of discussion now. Still, I will explain. If a body is moving in a circular path with a constant speed is constant, S is constant. Now, what will be its value of angular acceleration? Of course, angular acceleration we are not dealing in this session. Still, as the learner asked that, let me explain that angular acceleration means nothing but how much angle the body is turning or how much angle the body is covering in unit time. So if it is covering a small angle like this, say for example 45 degrees, we have to convert this 45 degree into radians and we have to divide that angle with respect to the time. That means angular acceleration omega will be equal to delta theta divided by delta t. Delta theta is the angle turned divided by delta t is the time taken to change that to cover that particular angle. So if it covers an angle of this pi by 2 radians, we have to convert it into radians. We cannot write it as 90 degrees, we have to write the pi by 2 radians. So if it is pi by 2, then the angular velocity will be equal to that angular displacement, that is pi by 2 divided by the time taken for that is angular velocity. And if it is going with a constant speed, let's see, if it is going with a constant speed, it will be turning the angles at a constant rate. If it is the speed is not increasing, so the time taken by the object to cover from point A to point B, point A to point B will be the same as that of point B to point C. So the time interval doesn't change. So angular velocity remains same. Here the angular velocity remains same. Okay, okay.
Sir, yeah. Before going to breaks, we will take one last question, and then we will break for 5 minutes, sir. Sir, Mr. Abhay is there from Jharkhand.
Mr. Abhay from Jharkhand.
He is asking, a cricket player lowers his hand while catching a ball. Why?
Abhay from Jharkhand, he is asking a question. Why a cricket player is lowering his hand while catching a ball? So this is a cricket player. He is taking a catch and he is lowering his hand. See, it is coming with a velocity of v and momentum of m. Means it is the body or the ball was in motion. The cricket ball was in motion. So आप जानते हैं अगर एक ऑब्जेक्ट मोशन पे है तो उसको थोड़ा एनर्जी होगा. उसको वो जो एनर्जी है उसको हम क्या करते हैं, वो एनर्जी को हम जीरो करते हैं, उसको रेस्ट पे ले लेते हैं. वो रेस्ट पे ले लेने के लिए हमें कुछ फोर्स अप्लाई करना पड़ता है. वो फोर्स अप्लाई करने पे ज्यादा टाइम इंटरवल में हमें फोर्स अप्लाई करें तो वो फोर्स कम रहेगा, हमारा टाइम इंटरवल ज्यादा रहेगा. कम टाइम में हम फोर्स अप्लाई करें तो ऐसे ही कैचिंग करें तो टाइम इंटरवल बहुत कम है, वो हमारे हाथ में ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट रहेगा. वो इम्पैक्ट बहुत कम करने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, उसको लोअर करते हैं टाइम ऑफ एप्लीकेशन ऑफ द फोर्स बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ाते, इंक्रीज करते, और टाइम ऑफ एप्लीकेशन ऑफ फोर्स इंक्रीज होने पे उसको इम्पैक्ट, हमारे हाथ में जो इम्पैक्ट है वो कम रहेगा।
Thank you,
ठीक
sir.
है जी।
And learners, you keep on sending your questions. Sir is with us, okay, and we will try to take up maximum number of questions. Sir, बहुत सारे questions आ रहे हैं, लेकिन
हाँ जी
we will break for 5 minutes and then we will resume it, sir.
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने,
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने,
अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो,
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर। दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात,
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने, स्वयं बने, हम
वेलकम बैक लर्नर्स। और ब्रेक में आप लोगों ने जितने क्वेश्चंस किए हैं, वी विल ट्राई टू टेक अप विद सर। ओवर टू यू सर।
Thank you, Pramoji. Welcome back, learners, once again. So let us continue with our lesson. So this was the graph we were discussing about. So how we represent data in a graphical way. So if it is moving fast, See the shape of the graph, it is a straight line. This is slow, this is stationary, this is getting faster. You learners, you see here it is getting faster. That means it is getting accelerated. Now it is returning to start. Now the speed time graph, when the speed remains as a constant. Learners, it is very clear that speed is not changing. It remains as a constant. So when the speed remains as a constant, this will be a line parallel to the time axis. And what will be the area under this line AB? See, this area under the line AB, it will be the shape of a rectangle, and it will be speed multiplied by time. Speed multiplied by time. That means speed is distance by time multiplied by time. It will give us distance traveled. That means the area under the speed time graph will give us the distance traveled. So area of the rectangle OABC, learners remember area of the rectangle OABC, that means area under the speed time graph will give us the distance traveled by the body. Now you see, when speed changes at a uniform rate, see it is rolling down, this object is rolling down. When it is rolling down, its speed increases uniformly. That means it's a uniform acceleration. Speed increases uniformly. So uniform acceleration. Then you see the shape of the graph. Constant, uniform, positive acceleration. It's going up, straight line, velocity time graph. Shape is a straight line pointing upward. Now see the real case of a bus. It was traveling with 50 miles per hour. Now it increased its speed to 70 miles per hour in the same direction. See, direction is not changing, but the speed increased to 70 miles per hour. So there is positive acceleration. Now you see, learners, one learner asked a question also in this related to this one, negative acceleration. The speed 50 miles per hour and the speed reduced to 30 miles per hour. Now it is an example of negative acceleration. So positive as well as negative acceleration. Now, how can we find out acceleration from a graph? So we know that acceleration is the rate at which velocity changes, but from a graph, how can we calculate the acceleration? See, this is a speed time graph or velocity time graph. So it's a straight line. That means it is under uniform acceleration. So it changes its speed from O to R. That means R is P. Then how can we calculate the acceleration? We know that acceleration is a change in velocity, that is PQ is a change in velocity or OR is a change in velocity. PQ is the same as that of OR. So PQ is a change in velocity in a time interval of OQ. The time taken for that change is OQ. So acceleration is obviously PQ divided by OQ. That means change in velocity or speed divided by change in time. Then what happens if the initial velocity of the body is not zero? If the initial velocity of the body is zero, we can go for a method just discussed in the previous slide. But what if the initial velocity of the body is not zero? The velocity starts decreasing. It was having an initial velocity. It starts decreasing and finally the velocity reaches zero. This is, of course, learners, you might have understood that it is an example of uniform retardation. So it's again a straight line only if the rate at which the velocity decreases is a constant. That means if initially it was having a velocity of 10 meters per second, after 1 second 8 meters per second, after 2 seconds 6 meters per second, like that, if the velocity decreases at a constant rate, then we can have that it is uniform retardation. Now, in real case, how we calculate the acceleration from a real graph, velocity time graph. See, this is a velocity time graph. Learners, you can understand that this is an example of uniform acceleration because it is a straight line, uniform acceleration. Now, how we calculate? So we have to take the difference in velocity, difference in time. Let us take 2 points, this point and this point. Here the difference in velocity is this much, that is 50 minus 25. So 50 minus 25 divided by the corresponding difference in time, it is 4 minus 2, 4 minus 2 seconds. So it comes to be 25 meter per second divided by 2 seconds, it is 13 meter per second square, because the unit of acceleration is meter per second square. So from this, we can understand that the slope, that is difference in y-axis divided by difference in x-axis, slope of a velocity time graph is the average acceleration of the object. Now you see, we need certain mathematical tools. Learners, we have just stated that the distance traveled by a body can be calculated from the speed time graph by taking the area under the speed time graph. But when we deal with the area under the speed time graph, we may come across with different situations like these. Different shapes will be there. Say, for example, if the graph is like this, अगर ये graph का shape ऐसा है, ये तो यूनिफॉर्म इंक्रीज कर रहे हैं, अभी तो फ्लैट हो रहे हैं, स्पीड रिमाइंस एज अ कांस्टेंट, अगेन द स्पीड इंक्रीजेस, एक्सेलरेट्स, again it decreases uniformly. This is decreases uniformly, negative acceleration decreases uniformly, reduces to 0. Now what will be the total area? For finding the total area, we have to divide into different segments A, B, C, D like this. But dear learners, when we divide this into different segments, we must be aware of the area of the geometrical shape of these segments. See, this segment A is a triangle, area is half into, if it is a triangle, area is half into base into height. So we can calculate this one. Here the base is 10 and height is 15. Now this one, B is a rectangle. B is a rectangle. Rectangle is very simple, area equals this B into H, that is 10 multiplied by 50. And here this is a trapezium, and if it is a trapezium, the area will be half into B multiplied by sum of the heights. Sum of the heights, two heights are there. Then this is one height and this is another height. This is 15 and the second one is 25. We can calculate the area of trapezoid like this. Now another triangle. So like the different geometrical shapes we will get, and we must be aware of finding the area of the different shapes. Now let us try out real velocity time graph. This is a real velocity time graph. The question is, first question, the acceleration in the first 10 seconds. Acceleration in the first 10 seconds. Acceleration, learners, we know that it is change in velocity divided by time. In this case, the change in velocity is 6 meter per second in a time interval of 10 seconds. So it is 0.6 meter per second square. Now the total distance traveled. Learners, we have just seen that total distance traveled is the area under the velocity time graph. Area under this velocity time graph. So area of this one is half into 10 multiplied by 6. This is a triangle, half BH, half into 10 multiplied by 6, plus, see this one, 10 to 30, that is 20. 20 multiplied by 6. 20 multiplied by 6. Plus again a triangle, this one is a triangle. This is 10 and this is 6. So sorry, this is 10 and this one is 6. So half into 10 into 6, and here the total distance we get. So this triangle again we have to add half into 15 into 6. So we get total as 240 meters. Remember learners, we have to add the area of all these geometrical figures. Now the total displacement. Now the total displacement from where to where the object has gone. कहाँ से कहाँ तक पहुँच गया? Simple. कहाँ से कहाँ तक पहुँच गया? So it is these are all plus displacements, and here it is minus displacement, so it is 150 meters. The average speed is the total distance traveled, that is 240 meters, divided by total time taken for that, it is 60, it is 4 meters per second. The average velocity is total displacement divided by total time taken, it is 2.5 meter per second square. So like this, you can also try out, learners. We will have practice these ones. Then now the distance as the area under the speed time graph. If the velocity, initial velocity is not 0, we will get a graph like this. Distance traveled by a body can be calculated from the speed time graph, and here in this case the initial velocity is not 0. Here we have to go for the area of the trapezium OACB. Now area of the trapezium will be sum of the sides, that is OB, plus AC multiplied by OA divided by 2. We will get the area of the trapezium like this.
Allow, can we take certain questions now?
हाँ 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 जी, हाँ जी,
सर आप बोर्ड पे आएंगे सर?
हाँ हाँ जी, हाँ जी, तो क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं, अभी डिस्कस करेंगे.
Yes sir. Question
हाँ
is,
जी, बताइए.
Mr.
हाँ जी.
Mr. Lakshay is there from Jamshedpur.
लक्ष्य
He's-
from Jamshedpur. हाँ जी.
He is asking, can we say that the object changes its velocity when the object is accelerating?
Can we say that object changes its velocity when
Then the object is accelerating. Then the object is accelerating.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ. When the object is accelerating, can we say that it is changing its velocity?
Yes.
ये एक्सेलरेशन दो तरह की होते हैं कि अगर उसका स्पीड चेंज होना है, नहीं तो उसका डायरेक्शन चेंज होना है. उसका स्पीड का चेंज हो सकता है, नहीं तो उसका डायरेक्शन का चेंज हो सकता है. वो टाइम में हम बोलेंगे उसको एक्सेलरेशन है. तो ये दोनों वेलोसिटी रिलेटेड है. अगर एक्सेलरेशन है तो वेलोसिटी का चेंज होना ही है. That means again there is a problem there. When we take acceleration, we say that change in velocity divided by change in time. For a particular instant, there may be a fixed velocity for the body. But when we take a small time interval, time gap, if there is a change in velocity for the body, then we can say that the body is accelerating. ठीक है?
ठीक है सर. सर एक और क्वेश्चन अभी.
हाँ हाँ.
He has mentioned his name as Sahil from Vijayawada. Okay.
Sahil from Vijayawada.
Yeah,
जी.
he is asking, a cricket player hits 36 runs in 6 balls.
36 runs. A cricket player hits 36 runs.
In 6 balls.
Runs in 6 balls.
What is the acceleration speed?
What is the acceleration and speed? ठीक है, ये तो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सवाल है क्योंकि 36 रन बनाए 6 बॉल पे, वो पूरे सिक्सर मारा. तो ये प्रॉब्लम ये आते है कि ये किस डायरेक्शन में है वो बॉल को भेजा. वो तो बताने पे भी बता सकते हैं कि एक्सेलरेशन
उन्होंने ये नहीं बोला है सर.
ठीक है सर. Anyway, he is a very good batsman, just like our Sachin as well, and Dhoni and all those people.
ठीक है सर. सर then questions from Motihari. Yeah, Mr. Vijay from Motihari, means Bihar, sir.
Mr. Vijay.
Mr. Vijay from this thing, he is asking, in a tug of war, the team that pushes harder against the ground wins. Explain.
हाँ जी. In a tug of war, the team that pushes harder on the ground wins. Why? Explain. That is a question.
Yes,
in a tug of war, the team which pushes harder on the ground wins. ये टग ऑफ वार का मतलब यही होता है कि जो ज्यादा फोर्स अप्लाई करते हैं वो विन करेंगे. The person or the team who is applying greater force will win. That is the basic principle of tug of war. तो ये जो फोर्स कहाँ अप्लाई करते हैं, वो रोप के ऊपर नहीं अप्लाई करते, ये धरती के ऊपर अप्लाई करते हैं. तो वो जो टीम है वो धरती के ऊपर ज्यादा फोर्स अप्लाई करते हैं, उनको ज्यादा ताकत है, वो विन करेंगे. सिंपल. जी
सर, वन मोर इज दिस. When a bomb hits,
ठीक है,
the pieces falls in a different directions.
हाँ जी, explodes. Pieces explode different directions.
When the bomb explode, the pieces falls in the different directions.
जी.
Give reasons.
जी. When a bomb explodes, the pieces go away, fly away in different directions. Explanation दे दीजिए. वो उनका सवाल है. बॉम्ब एक्सप्लोड करने पे उसके अंदर जो केमिकल्स रखा हुआ है वो एक्सप्लोड करेंगे. इट विल गिव अस लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी. व्हेन द केमिकल्स ब्लास्ट, इट गिव्स लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी. वो लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी के साथ ये सब टुकड़ा बन जाएंगे. ये जो लार्जर टुकड़ा है ये ऐसे जाएगा, छोटा वाला है, छोटा टुकड़ा है ऐसे वाला है, ऐसे जाएगा. जो एनर्जी जो पैदा होते हैं उसके अंदर जो पैदा होते हैं वो ये सब टुकड़े को मिल जाएगा. सारे टुकड़े different directions में जाएगा by gaining that energy. So here it is an example of conversion of that chemical energy into, if it is a chemical bomb, chemical energy, if it is a nuclear bomb, nuclear energy into kinetic energy of the fragments. तो जिसको ज्यादा मास है वो कम वेलोसिटी में जाएगा, जिसको कम मास है वो ज्यादा वेलोसिटी में जाएगा. ठीक है जी.
Yes, sir. One this thing is Mr. Niranjan. He is again from Bihar. He is asking why it is
Niranjan ji.
difficult. Yeah, why it is difficult to walk on water and sand.
Why it is difficult to walk on water and sand?
Sand. Yes.
निरंजन जी, हमें ये सोचना पड़ता है कि हमें वॉकिंग करने के लिए फ्रिक्शन की जरूरत है. अगर फ्रिक्शन नहीं है तो हम वॉकिंग करना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. फ्रिक्शन के लिए सरफेस हार्ड होना चाहिए. आपको याद है कि हम ऐसे पॉलिश्ड रोड पे अगर हमारे गाड़ी चलाए तो वो स्किड हो जाएगा. वही सैंड पे है तो फ्रिक्शनल रेसिस्टेंस सैंड पे कम है. वाटर में भी उसका रेसिस्टेंस आता है, वाटर का रेसिस्टेंस आता है, फिर भी वो पकड़ने का हमारे जो फीट है ना वो कहीं पे रेस्ट होना चाहिए, नहीं तो उसका सपोर्ट होना चाहिए धरती से, उसको ऊपर एक सपोर्ट होना चाहिए. वो सपोर्ट नहीं मिलते है, इसीलिए वॉकिंग मुश्किल हो जाता है. तो ऐसे तो हार्ड सरफेस है, रोड पे है तो हम आसानी से जा सकते हैं. रेसिस्टेंस है मींस ऑपोजिट फोर्स है हमें.
सर एक लर्नर है मीना फ्रॉम यूपी.
हाँ मीना जी. मीना जी
बोलिए
from
सर.
UP. ठीक.
हाँ सर से पूछिए कुछ एग्जांपल्स दें.
हाँ जी.
where what is he asking, a motion in which the distance covered. Give an example of a motion in which distance is covered and there is no displacement.
हाँ जी. मीना जी, ये तो बता चुका हूँ. डिस्टेंस इज कवर्ड बट देयर इज नो डिस्प्लेसमेंट. ऐसा कोई एग्जाम्पल है? बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल है. आप अगर अपने घर से अभी मत जाइए, अभी लॉकडाउन पीरियड है. ये लॉकडाउन पीरियड होने के बाद शॉप में गए, कुछ परचेज करने के लिए शॉप गए, परचेज करके वापस अपने कमरे पे आ गए तो डिस्टेंस कवर हो गया आप. फिर डिस्प्लेसमेंट कितना है? डिस्प्लेसमेंट 0 बन गए, बिकॉज डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन इनिशियल पोजीशन एंड फाइनल पोजीशन. डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज 0 पर आपने कुछ डिस्टेंस कवर कर दिया. ठीक है जी.
सर एक और आ रहा है कि
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
एक फायरमैन is
हाँ जी,
holding
हाँ.
a hose pipe.
हाँ जी. हाँ हाँ.
And
हाँ जी.
water is coming with a high velocity.
हाँ जी. हाँ जी.
So what it makes difficult to hold that pipe?
हाँ, it is a fireman is holding a hose pipe and water is coming out from that pipe with high velocity. For that fireman it will be very difficult to hold it. क्या ऐसे देखिए कि ये पाइप है, पानी ऐसा जाएगा, उसको एक इक्वल एंड ऑपोजिट फोर्स होगा. ये इसके ऊपर आएगा. फायर जो आदमी है वो फोल्ड कर रहे हैं ना, पाइप फोल्ड कर रहे हैं ना, उसके ऊपर आ जाएगा. जितना फोर्स है वो आगे जाते हैं उतना फोर्स इनके हाथ में ही लगेगा. तो दिस opposite force exerted by this hose pipe on the fireman makes him difficult to hold that. जी.
Sir, one more this thing.
हाँ जी. हाँ जी. हाँ.
Anil Mani Raj.
अनिल मणिराज.
Yeah, he's asking
हाँ जी.
a trolley while going down an
A trolley,
on an inclined plane
हाँ जी. हाँ जी.
has an acceleration of 2 centimeter per second.
Per second. ठीक है. ठीक है.
What will be its velocity 3 second after the start?
ठीक है. A trolley है. It is going down. Its acceleration बता रहे हैं कि 3 या 2 सर?
2 सर.
तो 2 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. हमें अस्यूम करेंगे कि इसका इनिशियल वेलोसिटी 0 है. ठीक है. तो 3 सेकंड के बाद उसका वेलोसिटी कितना होगा? ये है ना सर क्वेश्चन?
नहीं सर, क्वेश्चन 2 सेकंड है सर. वो 2 सेकंड 2 सेंटीमीटर सर. 2 सेंटीमीटर. 2 सेंटीमीटर. ठीक है. ठीक है. एंड व्हाट विल बी इट्स वेलोसिटी आफ्टर 3 सेकंड्स?
3 सेकंड्स. इसका 3 सेकंड के बाद उसका वेलोसिटी कितना होगा? हमें पता है कि एक्सेलरेशन का मतलब ये होता है कि चेंज इन वेलोसिटी डिवाइडेड बाय टाइम. इसका u तो 0 है तो उसका फाइनल वेलोसिटी होगा एक्सेलरेशन मल्टीप्लाइड बाय टाइम. क्योंकि एक्सेलरेशन है इधर 2 सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 3 तो वो होगा 6 सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड. 3 सेकंड के बाद वो होगा 6 सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड. ये ऐसे देखिए कि शुरू में 0 होगा, 1 सेकंड के बाद 2 सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड होगा, 2 सेकंड के बाद 4 सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड होगा, 3 सेकंड के बाद 6 सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड होगा। सिंपल।
Okay, sir.
जी
Sir,
जी
one more learner is there. Neha Kumari from Bihar. Oh my God.
नहीं
Name-
जी जी जी
Name the physical quantity measured by the
हाँ।
area under velocity time graph.
हाँ जी, नेम द फिजिकल क्वांटिटी विच मेजर्स द एरिया अंडर द वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ।
Yes.
ये तो हमें इसी सेशन में डिस्कस करेंगे, फिर भी मैं बता दूंगा। एरिया अंडर द स्पीड टाइम ग्राफ विल गिव अस द डिस्टेंस एंड एरिया अंडर द वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ विल गिव अस द डिस्प्लेसमेंट। जी
Sir, एक अंबुज गौतम है सर, यूपी से.
अंबुज गौतम जी, हाँ
He is asking, a particle is moving in a circular path of radius r.
हाँ जी, a particle is moving in a circular path of radius r.
The displacement after half a circle would be what?
The displacement is a very good question. Displacement after half a circle. He is starting from this point A, and after making half a circle, he reaches here. Here, the distance traveled is pi r. That means this much, half the circumference. Displacement is the difference between these 2 points A and B. That is r plus r. So displacement equals to r. ठीक है ना जी?
ठीक है सर. Sir, one more is there, Mr. Krishna Kumar from Bihar.
हाँ जी, कृष्ण कुमार जी from Bihar.
हाँ. Derive the relative acceleration, change in velocity and time.
Relative acceleration, change in velocity and the time. ठीक है.
Yes.
This is the velocity time graph. Velocity time graph. Now, if the velocity time graph is like this, we can develop acceleration from this graph by taking a small time interval. A small time. अगर एक सेकंड है, 2 सेकंड है, इधर 3 सेकंड है. Now, इसमें कितना velocity change हो गया? अगर ये है 10 मीटर पर सेकंड, ये 20 मीटर पर सेकंड है. अभी तो वेलोसिटी चेंज हो गया 10 मीटर पर सेकंड. टाइम इंटरवल है 1 सेकंड. सो इसका एक्सीलरेशन है 10 divided by 1, that is 10 meter per second square.
Sir,
हाँ जी.
one learner is there, Mr. Krishna Kant. He is saying, sir, I am a slow learner, so I
जी.
request you to kindly explain once again what is momentum.
What is momentum? Momentum तो अभी इस सेशन में हमें एक्सप्लेन नहीं हुआ है, फिर भी आपको बता दूंगा. एक लर्नर ने क्वेश्चन पूछा है, उसके बारे में हमने एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया है. इस सेशन में मोमेंटम तो नहीं है, ये नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में आ जाएगा, मोशन इन अ प्लेन में आ जाएगा. फिर भी मोमेंटम का मतलब ये है कि मोमेंटम इट इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ मास एंड वेलोसिटी. इसका मतलब ये है जी कि हमारे पास 2 ऑब्जेक्ट है, एक स्मॉल वन और दूसरा भारी ऑब्जेक्ट है. इसका मास कम है, इसका मास ज्यादा है. ये दोनों एक ही वेलोसिटी पे जाने पे एक आदमी के ऊपर इंपैक्ट करे तो इसका इंपैक्ट ज्यादा रहेगा, इसका इंपैक्ट तो कम रहेगा. मतलब ये है कि इसको ज्यादा इंपैक्ट करने का ताकत है, वो ताकत को हम मोमेंटम बोलेंगे. So this is the quantity of motion, how much motion this body is holding, और how उसको कितना ताकत है, वो जो quantity of motion is called as momentum. Basically it is the product of mass and velocity. इतना आप याद रखिए कि सिर्फ वेलोसिटी नहीं है एक बॉडी का ताकत डिसाइड करने वाला फैक्टर. बोथ मास एज वेल एज वेलोसिटी. उसका मास ज्यादा होने पे कम वेलोसिटी में भी काम चलेगा, उसका मास कम होगा तो ज्यादा वेलोसिटी होने पे उसको ज्यादा ताकत मिल जाएगा. ठीक है जी.
Sir, one more learner is there, Deepak Mali from Nasik.
नासिक से. हाँ जी.
He is asking, sir, what is the difference between a scalar and a vector quantity?
हाँ जी, नासिक से एक लर्नर पूछ रहे हैं कि व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन स्केलर एंड वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. अगर स्केलर क्वांटिटी है तो उसको कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं बोल पाएंगे. मतलब ये है कि 2 किलोग्राम शुगर, उसमें कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं बता रहे हमने. 1 एम्पियर करंट, उसको कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं बता रहे हमने. ये सब क्वांटिटीज है, सिर्फ मैग्नीट्यूड होते हैं, उनको कोई डायरेक्शन नहीं है. फिर हम कुछ क्वांटिटीज ऐसे बोले हैं कि डिस्टेंस ऑफ 2 किलोमीटर्स टुवर्ड्स द ईस्ट. एक लोकेशन बताए गए, दोस्त को एक लोकेशन एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं हम, मेरा घर से 2 किलोमीटर ईस्ट जाने पे उनका घर है, वो डिस्प्लेसमेंट है। वो डिस्प्लेसमेंट होते हैं वेक्टर क्वांटिटी, उसको मैग्नीट्यूड भी है, डायरेक्शन भी है। जो क्वांटिटीज को मैग्नीट्यूड और डायरेक्शन होते हैं उसको हम वेक्टर बोलेंगे। ठीक है जी।
Yes, sir.
हाँ
Mr.
जी।
Sujal Kumar is asking.
Yes, sir, सुजल कुमार, हाँ जी।
Again, he is also from Bihar.
हाँ, बिहार
What
से
is the
पूछ रहे हैं, ठीक।
what is the velocity of free falling body?
What is the velocity of free falling body? ठीक है, वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन। जी देखिए कि फ्री फॉलिंग बॉडी का इनिशियल वेलोसिटी होगा 0, उसका एक्सीलरेशन होगा 9.8 मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर। तो मतलब ये उगते हैं कि इधर 0 1 सेकंड के बाद 9.8 मीटर पर सेकंड, दूसरे सेकंड के बाद 9.8 प्लस 9.8 मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर, मीटर पर सेकंड, लाइक दैट इट गोज ऑन इंक्रीजिंग। पहला 0 होगा, 1 सेकंड के बाद 9.8 होगा, दूसरे सेकंड के बाद 2 टाइम्स 9.8 होगा, तीसरा सेकंड के बाद 3 टाइम्स 9.8 होगा। जो जितना टाइम हवा पे है और जितना हाइट से जो आ रहे हैं उतना ज्यादा उसको वेलोसिटी बढ़ जाएगा। ठीक है जी।
सर एक लर्नर है देबांजन सान्याल, कोलकाता से सर।
कोलकाता से, ठीक है जी।
हाँ, his question is a metro train starts from a station and
हाँ,
under
हाँ जी।
uniform accelerating it
हाँ जी, हाँ
acquires a velocity of 72 kilometer per hour, I think
72 किलोमीटर पर आवर, ठीक है,
per
ठीक
hour
है।
in 10 seconds.
10 सेकंड, ठीक है,
Calculate
ठीक।
calculate its acceleration and the distance covered during this time.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी। इसका लर्नर को ऐसा डाउट आया कि ए ट्रेन स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम रेस्ट, मतलब है कि u इक्वल 0 एंड अटेन्स, इट इज यूनिफॉर्मली एक्सेलरेट। लर्नर बता रहा है कि ये यूनिफॉर्मली एक्सेलरेट हो रहा है, उसका फाइनल वेलोसिटी बन गया 72 किलोमीटर पर आवर इन अ टाइम इंटरवल ऑफ 10 सेकंड। फाइंड द एक्सेलरेशन, फाइंड द एक्सेलरेशन एंड डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल, ये एंड डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल, यस। तो एक्सेलरेशन हम ऐसे कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं, v minus u divided by t, that is v is 72 kilometer per hour minus 0 divided by time interval of 10. this 72 into 5 by 18 करना है, मीटर पर सेकंड कन्वर्ट करने के लिए 5 by 18 करना है, divided by 10. so when we calculate this, 72 into 5 divided by 180 होगा, इतना मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर होगा इसका एक्सेलरेशन। ये देखिए, ये इक्वेशन आप याद रखना पड़ते हैं, v change in velocity divided by time, then we have to convert that kilometer per hour into meter per second, because ये तो सेकंड में दिया हुआ है, अभी ये किलोमीटर पर आवर में नहीं चलेगा, तो you have to convert 72 kilometer per hour into meter per second. For that you have to multiply it with the 5 by 18. मतलब ये कि 72 kilometer, that means 72 into 1000 meters divided by 1 hour, मतलब 60 into 60 seconds. You have to convert that, you have to get it like this. ठीक है जी।
सर एक और लर्नर है
हाँ जी।
श्यामा केरला से।
श्यामा जी केरला से, ठीक है।
Yeah, if your dog runs a circle track of diameter 500 meter in 35 seconds.
A dog runs a circular path of diameter 500 meters
in 30
seconds.
35
seconds, ठीक है, 35 seconds.
What distance would dog run and displacement at the end of 2 hours?
2 hours.
Yes sir.
लर्नर का क्वेश्चन ऐसा है कि एक डॉग रन सर्कुलर ट्रैक ऑफ डायमीटर 500 meters in 35 seconds. A dog runs a circular path of diameter 500 meters in 35 seconds. If it is, then at the end of 2 hours, what will be the net displacement? Isn't it, sir?
Yes sir.
हाँ जी। तो 2 hours का मतलब ये होते हैं कि 120, 2 hours का ये तो सेकंड में कन्वर्ट करना पड़ता है, that is t equals 2 into 60 minutes into 60 seconds, that is
2 into 60.
then
sir, I will tell you 2 into 60 into 60 7200 sir.
7200. Yes, 7200. Then how many rounds it will make? How many complete rounds it will make? Rounds. That will be equal to 7200 divided by 35. Then you will get how many rounds. तो अगर कंप्लीट है तो 35 सेकंड में एक फुल राउंड कंप्लीट हो जाएगा। ऐसे कम कितना राउंड्स होते हैं मतलब इसमें मिल जाएगा आपको।
This
ये
will be
होगा
205.71 sir.
205.71
205.71.
तो 205.71 राउंड होगा या फ्रैक्शन ऑफ।
Yes.
ठीक है ना सर?
हाँ
हाँ हाँ जी, हाँ जी। तो हम देख लेते हैं 0.75 टाइम्स, फ्रैक्शन आ गया 0.75 टाइम्स 35 सेकेंड्स कितना होगा? 0.75 टाइम्स 35 सेकेंड्स कितना होगा? सॉरी 0.71 टाइम्स 0.71 टाइम्स 35 सेकेंड्स कितना होगा? वो टाइम मिलते हैं हमें, वो टाइम का डिस्टेंस कितना है वही होगा उसका डिस्प्ले।
It is 24.85 sir. 0.71 into 35 no sir. 0.71 into 35.
हाँ हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
0.71 into 30.
ये तो लर्नर के लिए बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड बन जाएंगे सर।
हाँ
ये तो उनके समझ में नहीं आएगा, वो कॉम्प्लिकेटेड बन जाते हैं। ये तो हम ऐसे करेंगे कि ये हाँ इसका तरीका बताता हूँ कैसे करना, उसका तरीका बताता हूँ। ठीक है, ये एक राउंड है T1 है 35 सेकंड में एक राउंड पूरा हो जाते हैं। इसमें पूरा टाइम है हमारे पास 2 आवर्स है। 2 आवर्स में कितना 35 सेकंड से वो निकालना है। 2 आवर्स में कितना 35 सेकंड से वो निकालना है। जो ऐसा रिजोल्व करना है कि कितना 35 जितना पूरा 35 सेकंड से वो निकालना, बाकी कितना टाइम है वो निकालना। पूरा 35 सेकंड जितना है वो पूरे राउंड बना के आते हैं, उसमें नेट डिस्प्लेसमेंट 0 बन जाएगा। बाकी जो टाइम लैप्स है 35 के बाद जितना लेफ्ट ओवर है वो टाइम निकाल दीजिए, वो टाइम में कितना डिस्टेंस और डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो गया। फॉर एग्जांपल that time the object has traveled, for example it is 17.5 or 35. If it is 35 it has come here, and if it is 17.5 it has come here. This is 17.5 seconds. तो ऐसे आप तो पूरे एक राउंड मारने के लिए 35 सेकंड है, इधर तक आने के लिए 17.5 सेकंड है। ऐसा आप डिसाइड कर सकते हैं कि कितना उनका डिस्टेंस होगा, कितना उनका डिस्प्लेसमेंट होगा। ये जनरल तरीका है, कोई भी टाइम और कोई भी डिस्टेंस में आप यूज कर सकते हैं। ठीक है
सर, एक और है सर, सांगी, शी इज आस्किंग, सांगी नॉट रिटन द स्टेट, सांगी इज आस्किंग an object has moved through a distance, can it have zero displacement?
An object has moved through a distance, ठीक है,
can it have zero displacement?
ऐसे बताए कि किस डायरेक्शन पे जा रहा है या कोई भी डायरेक्शन?
नहीं, कोई डायरेक्शंस नहीं सर।
डायरेक्शन नहीं है तो इसे पहले बता चुका हूं कि ये जाके वापस आने पे वही पॉइंट पे वापस आ गए, ये उधर गए फिर वही पॉइंट पे वापस आ गए, तो वही पॉइंट पे ये सेम पॉइंट पे वापस आ गए, A to B, then coming back to the same position, then it will have the zero displacement.
फाइन सर। सर एक और हमारे पास समय का कमी है, उसके कारण अब हम एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन लेते हैं सर।
हाँ जी।
एन ऑब्जेक्ट, ये तो है यार, ले लिया ये, 1 मिनट। द बॉय हिट्स ए फुटबॉल, ये हाँ ये हो गया लास्ट क्वेश्चन सर। ये हमने ले लिया है ऑलरेडी। ये बोल रहे हैं सर कि वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ के ऊपर में एक ऑब्जेक्ट का डिस्प्लेसमेंट कैसे ड्रॉ करते हैं वो बताने के लिए सर।
हाँ जी। वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ के ऊपर
हाँ, कैसे उसको प्लॉट करते हैं सर? हाँ
जी, ये वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ है। दिस इज टाइम एंड दिस इज वेलोसिटी। तो इसका जो है टाइम 1 सेकेंड, दिस इज 2 सेकेंड, इधर वेलोसिटी है 10 मीटर पर सेकेंड एंड इधर वेलोसिटी होगा 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड। ठीक है, velocity changed from 0 to 20 meter per second in a time interval of 2 seconds. Now इससे हम displacement कैसे derive करेंगे? इसका मतलब है कि इसका एरिया अंडर द वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ, इसके नीचे जितना एरिया होते हैं, अभी देखिए इसके नीचे जितना एरिया हो जाते हैं वो हम ट्रायंगल के वजह से ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं. इसका एरिया का इक्वेशन है एरिया इक्वल्स हाफ इंटू b into h, that is half into base is 2 seconds into height is 20. इसका होगा 20 meters. It's 20 meters. इसका मतलब ये है कि वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ के नीचे जितना एरिया है वो हम कैलकुलेट करने पे हमें मिल जाएगा डिस्प्लेसमेंट. अगर ये स्पीड टाइम ग्राफ है तो जितना एरिया है वो मिल जाए हमें distance traveled by the body. ठीक है जी.
Thank you, sir, for answering all the questions.
हाँ जी.
I think we don't have that much of time, sir, but still 2-3 minutes is there. If you want to sum up, you can sum it up, sir.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी. बहुत सारे learners question पूछा है. Very thank you very much. हमें जो satisfaction मिल रहा है, हम क्लास लेने का satisfaction आप क्वेश्चन पूछने पे मिलते हैं, नहीं तो सेटिस्फैक्शन नहीं मिलते हम लोगों को. इसलिए थैंक यू वेरी मच. अगेन लेट अस गो बैक टू आवर क्लास, दैट इज दिस वन. वी कैन कैलकुलेट द डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल्ड बाय द बॉडी फ्रॉम द स्पीड टाइम ग्राफ by taking the area under the speed time graph. Now see this graph, how we can calculate the area and how we can calculate the distance and displacement. Now the different types of graphs, now these are different types of graphs. Now these two questions for you. Bus changes its speed from 60 to 120 in 5 seconds. And positive acceleration and negative acceleration. These are examples of positive acceleration and negative acceleration you can calculate. This is positive as well as negative acceleration. Then derivation of the equations of motion. Of course, learners, it is we have 3 equations of motion, but since you have a lot of you have interacted in a very nice way and we had a nice session, we have some constraints of time, so that let us sum it up. Speed and velocity are not equal. Then acceleration, then uniform velocity of a body increase acceleration is positive, and if it is decreases acceleration is negative. Then area under the speed time graph gives the distance traveled by the body. Then the 3 equations of motion, these are the 3 equations of motion. Then of course circular motion we didn't get time to cover up. Anyway, so these are the few questions. If you are interested, these are good questions. What do these graphs shown below indicate? See, the speed is decreasing at a constant rate. So it is an example of uniform negative acceleration. See, here decreasing, here again increasing. So this is an example of negative acceleration. This is an example of positive acceleration.
Sir, what we can do, we can place this question on our website, and the students may download it and do it at their home, and they can practice it for their knowledge.
We will place it in our website, and learners can refer that website for this question.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay, so thank you, learners. Hope to meet you again.
And thank you, sir, for enlightening us and providing us so many answers to the questions. And even still, I am receiving the questions, which I will post it to you.
Definitely, sir.
Yes, sir. And thank you once again. Learners, you may note down the email ID and you can send the question there also. And thank you very much, sir. Thank you once again. Hope to see you in
Thank
the
you,
next
learners,
class.
for a wonderful session.